What is going on, guys? Snickel here, and today I have another trophy talk for you. This is for the week of March 17th, 2019. I know I'm a little late here. Apologize. I've been busy with sleeping, and I just wanted to finish a few things up before I really made this video. That's what I try to do every week, is I try to get to a point where I just feel comfortable stopping and talking about stuff. I don't really like to do these like mid-boost or, mid-game or whatever, but I should probably learn to just do that anyway. But anyway, it's been a pretty eventful week, I guess you can say. It's been kind of successful. I've been getting a lot of stuff done, single player related, not really anything too crazy for the multiplayer, but I'll talk about that as we go along. Anyway, to start this week off, I do want to talk about Division real quick. So last week I kind of delve into getting the last stand done for Division, and what it came down to was really like this 50 rounds. That's the only thing I was like really worried about getting done. I do want to get these other trophies, but my main goal was just to get the 50 wins, because I knew that that was what was going to take the longest. So what I've been doing in my free time during the week, while I'm at work, is just letting my PS4 sit on and search for matches and basically trying to AFK. Now, I did it one day and ended up getting like 10 wins between the night and day. I AFK'd a night, didn't find any matches, AFK'd the next day, and ended up getting 3 wins. So I've been slowly making progress on this. I'm up to like 13, 14, 15 wins, something around there. It's nothing too crazy, but I am making progress. I did put a few rounds into trying to get this other stuff done, but I've been coming across some crazy lobbies with people just shooting through walls and stuff, and I know that this is probably typical for this game, but I've just been coming across some stuff like that. So my goal is to play this every once in a while, not every night, but every once in a while, and try to get through the rest of these random trophies. And the main thing is the perks. Like, I know that the perks spawn in like certain spots, and you can just camp the spawns, but I just need to find those certain spots and then actually camp those spawns. I did it for one round, and I was getting shot through the wall, and it was just very annoying when it came down to it. And then the tactical objectives, I'll just get that as I'm playing through, so that's not really that big of a deal. So yeah, I'm just trying to wrap this up, and that's just that. It'll come over time. I know that the finding last stand rounds really sucks because there's not as many people playing the game, but maybe within the next few months, some people playing Division 2 will come back to Division 1 or things of that sort. If worse comes to worse, then I'll have to join some sort of boosting group, because you need a minimum of like 18 people or something to start a match, 18 or 20 people. So I might have to join a boosting group and boost this out. But other than that, it's really the only thing that I'm like on the edge about with Division, like just getting done, because I know that the survival, you can do that with like by yourself basically if you wanted to. I don't think it requires a certain amount of people, but that last stand does require full lobbies to start, so I probably should have hopped on that a little bit earlier than I did. Oh, I do want to note that I actually did do something this week in the Division. So earlier in the week, when I made my trophy talk, I had Almighty messaged me on Discord and basically said, hey man, you want to do the Dark Zone stuff in Division? And I was like, sure. So we went through, and I got the rest of my Dark Zone trophies. So basically this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one. We did all that in the span of like an hour and a half, so it was pretty quick. And whenever Almighty gets free, he said he was going to help me get through the survival. It seems like he knows really like the routes for everything and how to do everything, so it's very enjoyable to play with him, because I don't actually have to learn anything. I just kind of follow him or do what he says, and I'll get it done. But the main goal is to AFK last stand. If I can do survival before then great. The other thing I would like to do at some point within the next few weeks is just get my level 40 in Underground and just be done with it. Other than that, for the base game, like I could pop this platinum right now if I wanted to. All I have to really do is just do collectibles and then play through all the missions on hard, which isn't difficult. But you guys know me, my main goal is to get done the DLC first. So my main goal is to get done the DLC, then I'll go back and worry about cleaning up all that other jazz that's at the top. But hopefully this will come at over time at some point, but we'll just have to wait and see how the last stand goes. That's really the deciding factor on just getting the DLC and the whole game done at that point. But yeah. Again, I could get the platinum if I wanted to, but if you know me at all, you know that I want to get that DLC done first before I get that platinum. Up next, we have Dead or Alive 5 last round. So Andrew and I did play this 1 or 2 nights this week. I think we did 2. So we were trying with me joining him, we got a few done, like 3 or 4, and then we switched the roles for him joining me, and he joined me like immediately every single time. So I ended up getting my 10 joins done. So I'm completely done with the online for Dead or Alive 5 last round. So that's pretty cool. I am going to help him this week getting, his joins done, or his invitations done. I tried to do them legit, but every time I accepted someone's invite, they just declined it. So there must be other people trying to do the same thing or something like that. So it was kind of annoying. But yeah, I'll help him get that, and then we'll be done with Dead or Alive 5 last round. We can go on to 5 or Ultimate, whichever one we're going to do next. Up next, I have NBA Live 18. So the other day, I think it was Saturday, I'm sitting around and I'm like, I didn't know what to do. I was kind of sitting there like, is there a game that like I've had that I've wanted to do for a while, or I've been thinking about doing for a while that I just need to get back to it? And for some reason, NBA Live popped in my head. Now, I've been wanting to do more sports games recently, like NBA and Madden and things of that, golf games, just all different types of sports games has really been what I've wanted to do for a while. I've had like a little itch for that. So for NBA Live 18, I was like, okay, I've done all the online. I know I've done all the online. I did it with Carlos. We did it together. So I know I'm done this. I had recently just bought NBA Live 19 because it was on the sale, like the EA sale or something, and it was like $3. And I was like, I cannot pass that up. $3 for like an ultra rare sub 1% platinum. That's really not that difficult. So I hopped back on NBA Live 18, and the one thing that I really wanted to go for in this game, over everything, over the online, with online being done, over that and everything else, the one thing that I wanted to go for was this GM list at the bottom. So the GM list is basically the ultimate team of the game. If you don't know what ultimate team is, it's that thing where like you collect the cards, you can put certain cards in positions and basically make like your ultimate team. So you can play Ultimate Team offline, and I believe you can play Ultimate Team offline, but the thing that makes it annoying is there's certain challenges in the GM list that require you to buy stuff from an auction, sell stuff to an auction, have a certain amount of, tiers of cards. So there's things that you have to do. Now it's easier to buy certain tiers of cards when people are selling them on the market. So I hopped on there and I was like, let me do all the auction house stuff. Let me do basically everything that I can and get through these GM lists. So I got through the GM list 1, and for GM list 2, I'm basically done it. I just have to do, I have to win 10 more games, which don't even have to be against other players. This is just games in general. So I just have to win 10 more games with my ultimate team, and then I'm completely done with the GM list and the ultimate team. Then all I have to do is really just clean up the single player or play the single player, which really isn't that difficult. I can get through that within probably a week or so of playing. So after I do the GM list, I plan on just kind of trying to get through the single player as fast as possible. And then onwards of that, then I want to hop into NBA Live 19, because I realized over the weekend when I was live streaming, someone told me, I think it was Taz told me, that there's actually 2 trophies in NBA Live 18 that are unobtainable. You can't even get this platinum anymore, and that being the live event, these 2 live event trophies. Apparently there's no live events in the game. So I was like, I need to hop on NBA Live 19 and at least get those live trophies done. The goal would be to get every single online trophy done, including the GM list, but let's definitely at least knock out those live trophies so that I don't have to worry about that, and if they do become unobtainable, your boy got them. So I'll be hopping on that. Whenever I get this game platinumed, probably I'll hop on 19. It might be beforehand. It depends on when Carlos is available, because he's been he asked me a few times to play it, basically, and I was like, let me finish up a few things in 18, quote unquote. I want to get the platinum in 18, but let me try to finish up a few other things. So NBA Live 18, I might be playing that on stream a little more recently. I played it on stream last week a decent amount, probably more than I really should have, but I really just wanted to get that done is what it comes down to, and it's close. It's getting there. I would say after I get the ultimate team done and getting into the actual single player, probably like 30-ish hours, and I'll be done that game. So it's not awful. It's not awful. Up next, we have good old The Grand Tour game. We can't go a week without talking about it because the episodes are coming out. There's only a few more episodes left. We have 3 more episodes, so 3 more weeks of The Grand Tour. So I basically just did the episode this week. They added another power-up. So yeah, that's pretty fucking cool. I really want them to stop adding power-ups, or at least make it easier. Like, I've tried to grind power-ups, like, 2 times, and it's just so annoying when it comes to that, because like you use a power up and you're like, I hope this is the last one, and it's not. Then use it again, you're like, I hope this got to be the last one, and it's not. So I think my goal was I just wanted to get the platinum when I finished the last episode. I don't think that's how it's going to happen. I think what I'm going to do is finish all the episodes, do all that, and then worry about the wins, because throughout the episodes, you're going to get wins with certain characters as well. So it's kind of like a give or take. Like I can either overplay, get all this stuff done, get all the power-ups done and everything, and then when I actually get the platinum, I'm done. Or I can just finish all the episodes, do all that, and then play, the even amount that I'd have to play to get the platinum instead of overplaying, doing extra events and doing all that. So I think what I'm going to end up doing is just playing all the episodes, getting all that done, and then once all the power-ups are released and everything, then I'll go for these win trophies, and then hopefully as I'm going for the win trophies, I can get the rest of the power-ups that I need, because the course that you do the race for, the quickest race, you get 3 power-ups per race, and most of the power-ups that I need are ones when I'm in first place, and I have to just use it one time for the people behind me, because the ones when you're in last are really easy to boost or to grind, because all you do is go into a split screen race, and then you just sit there at the starting whenever the first items drop, and you literally just keep spamming whatever items drop to shoot up ahead. So that's pretty easy, but it's the ones when you're in first that can kind of suck. But like I said, I think it's better to just finish the episodes and then go back and do the wins and the rest of the power-ups that you need, just because it makes it easier, right? You're not playing extra than you have to play. But 3 more weeks and we should finally have the platinum in Grand Tour, but I'll be staying up on that. I'm assuming the way that the trophies have been coming out, I'm assuming that this is going to be anywhere around 70 trophies when it's done at the end of the day. I thought it would be a little more than that, but with 14 episodes with 3 trophies each, you're looking at 40 something trophies extra that's on the base game. So yeah, I guess 70 would be normal, because there's 31 in the base game. But some of these DLCs had 4. I don't understand that. Like this one had 4, and apparently on the Xbox, like the achievements, there's extra achievements that trophies don't. I don't even understand that. How do you make a different trophy and achievement list? Wow. But anyway, that's coming along. That'll be done, like I said, 3 weeks. Hopefully we'll have the platinum, and we'll never have to talk about the Grand Tour ever again until, maybe the next season comes out and they make another game. But who knows? Or they just keep adding on to this one. Up next, we have Assassin's Creed Odyssey. It's been a very, very eventful and successful week for me with Assassin's Creed Odyssey. It's been the main game that I've been streaming when I've been streaming this week, if you guys have been dropping in there. But yeah, very, very successful. I've finally finished up the main game, the main story. So we did episode 9+. We did basically all the whole map. We did all the upgrades. We did all that in the base game. The only thing I have to do in the base game is 2 quest lines, which I can easily do. But like I always say, guys, I got to do the DLC before I can get this platinum. So yeah, we were done the additional feats like a few weeks ago. These 2 feats have not come out yet. They are not out this week. I don't think they are. Yes, they're not out this week. So, I'm not going to be able to get those 5 trophies, but I did 100% Legacy of the First Blade episode 1 and 2, and I will be streaming episode 3 probably the night that I'm recording this. So hopefully I can finish this up. I might even be able to get the platinum if I can finish up this episode tonight and get that sweet old platinum, and not 100% because I won't be able to get the additional feats done, which will suck, but really looking forward to the additional DLC that they're going to bring out for this game. There's a whole nother DLC pack, the Atlantis DLC pack, which I'm guessing they're going to do episodes 1, 2, and 3 on that. So if they keep that rate up and they put additional feats in and everything, I mean, this game could easily go over 100 trophies, which I'm looking forward to. I was actually looking back on this the other day while I was looking at the trophy count, because I was like, this is pulling up on 80 trophies. Like, that's pretty ridiculous. And I went back and I looked at all the other Assassin's Creeds, because I was like, oh, 4 has a lot of DLC, and what else has a lot of DLC? 3 has a lot of DLC. I was like, they got to be close to what this has, right? And it turns out Revelations was the one with the closest to this. Revelation has 71 trophies. All the other ones were like 60 or something. 60. None of them went over 70. I was kind of surprised, but yeah, I'm anticipating on the rate that this is going. It should break the 100 trophy mark. I mean, it's pretty cool. I like getting games that have like over 100 trophies for some reason. It seems like a pretty cool thing. Most games don't really do that. They just do bare minimum, but that's that. Next up, we have Far Cry 5. Now, I'm not sure if I talked about this last week. I think I did. I think I talked about Far Cry 5 a little bit last week. So what ended up happening this week in Far Cry 5 was, I think last week I just talked about the zombie stuff, because that's essentially what we did last week, was the zombies, all the zombie stuff except the 5,000 kills. So on another night later in the week, we did, we started to do some of the arcade mode stuff. Carlos and I did two of the things that we needed each other for. Apparently the rest you can do by yourself. So the 10 featured arcade maps, the hero hunts, and level 20, you can all do by yourself. You don't need it with another person. So I need to get on those. I'll probably do those this week at some point and get them done. But I did also this week, there's an AFK method for the 5,000 zombie kills. So I ended up AFKing that the other night. So I'm completely done with the zombie DLC. I am going to play back through on an alternate account and make trophy guides for these like first 4 trophies at some point. But, well, actually, yeah, probably the first 4. Probably the first 4. Maybe just the first. Maybe just like this one, and this one. Because this Blood Dragon one is not really missable. If you miss that, then I'm sorry. But yeah. Anyway, got through that, so that's finished. So I guess I can talk about, before we go on to the next thing, my goal with Far Cry, because I've kind of been all over the place. I haven't really gotten a Far Cry Platinum since Primal, so it's been quite a time since I've actually gotten Far Cry Platinum. So my goal for Far Cry is, within the next few weeks, streaming-wise, I plan on starting to stream Far Cry Classic and get through that on stream. After that, or possibly before that, I am going to start working on the multiplayer for Far Cry 2. The main thing I want to do with Far Cry 2 multiplayer is I want to get the multi-kill stuff done and the revive stuff done, because that's the stuff that will require 3 people. Once I get that done, I can self-boost all the other stuff, the kills and everything. I can self-boost that by myself because I have 2 copies of the game and 2 PS3, so that's no big deal. It's just the stuff that requires 3 people, multi-kills and revives, that I'm really focused about getting done with Far Cry 2. So I want to do Far Cry Classic, then when I get done the multiplayer for Far Cry 2, I'll play that or whatever, and then I'll do Far Cry 4, 5, New Dawn, in order, and then when I get done with all of them, I'll probably go back and play Far Cry Classic, because I do have that as well. I got that with the Far Cry 5 Season Pass, so we'll get through all those, and then at that point, if I get them all done, then I might debate going back and doing Far Cry 4 on the PS3. That's like if I get all of them done. That's like last case scenario. If I get all of them done, and I still want to play Far Cry, then we'll go look at Far Cry 4 on the PS3. But yeah. Up next, we have Borderlands. So I did start playing some of the Mad Moxie DLC. Well, I didn't really play it. So I'm the guy who made the new account for the Mad Moxie DLC and got up to the point where you could access it. So I've been loading up Mad Moxie, and I've been playing with Cats and Waves, so we still can use a third person or a fourth person if anyone wants to join. But we did one of the arenas, we tried to do one of the arenas like a few nights ago. It failed. I think Cats lagged out and Waves wasn't in the game yet, and I automatically die when I start up because I just look around in a circle, so it's whatever. Cats lagged out, Waves wasn't in there, so we failed. We were on like round 12. If you don't know, it goes up to round 20 for each one of these with 5 waves per round. So it's quite the time. They take about 2 to 3 hours, closer on the 3-hour side to get done just one arena. So we did one of the Coliseums, and we're going to do another one probably tomorrow night or the night that you're watching this, and then maybe try to finish up Friday or Saturday and just be done with those Coliseums. I only need one more because I did one previously, but I'm going to AFK the third one just so Cats and Waves can get it done. But that's coming along. The goal for Borderlands, once I get done the Mad Moxie DLC, is play that on stream, but it won't be for a while. I'll actually show you guys before we go on to the next thing. I probably should have pulled this up before we started. Basically, I've been making kind of somewhat of a list for stream games that I want to do. Mostly it's going on the fact of like games that I get done multiplayer for, but I've thrown a few in the front that I've wanted to do just because I've wanted to do them for a while. And thinking about it now, I might have actually hold on. Okay, I didn't. I was going to say, I might have put this twice. So, the goal for streaming... These are games. So this is a list that I made where it's like I've done the single player, or I've done the multiplayer. I need to do the single player. I probably should have put them over here. That's where I was making that list. But anyway, what we have here is Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Obviously, For the past few weeks, I've wanted to start the Atlas Game of Thrones game. Since Game of Thrones is coming out next month, I figured it'd be a good idea to play a Game of Thrones game. Maybe get that hype up and have some new viewers and everything on the stream. After that, not really streaming wise, but I would like to finish Band Hero up, so I'll stream that whenever I go for the Platinum, but I'll probably play that more on my off time. After that, we have Far Cry Classic, obviously, then Dirt 4, which Dirt 4 will probably be something that I don't really play on stream. Then I want to do Red Dead 2 after that, and then Borderlands after that, and then SOCOM 4. So I do want to dive back into Red Dead 2 soon, and Dirt 4, and just all these games. And then after Borderlands, these are just games that I've done the multiplayer for that I just needed the single player for. So SOCOM 4 and then some NASCAR games, maybe I'll do all of them, or maybe I'll just do one and then move on to the next game and one and move on to the next one. So we'll see how that goes. Another thing that I would like to do is kind of stick to this DLC list that I have here, and these are things that I'll stream because they're not, well, some of them, because they're not really that big of a deal. Tabletop Racing, Watch Dogs 2, Need for Speed Most Wanted, I'll probably stream all those. It's not really that big of a deal, but that's not that big of a deal. But anyway, I just wanted to let you guys know I do have a list of games that I kind of am updating as I'm going through to kind of either if I want to stream or if I just want to get the Platinum done or whatever. I do have a list made for that reason. And then the last game that I have up on here is Need for Speed Shift 2. Unleashed, I guess you could say. I'm not going to call it Shift 2 Unleashed, even though that's what they want to go by. But, yeah, I started this up tonight. So Taz has kind of been asking me for a while to start this up, and I've kind of been like, meh. So tonight I was like, yeah, let's just do the easy stuff. Let's get, the easy stuff that you and I can do. Everything that isn't King of the Hill, let's do that. So we hopped on tonight, did that. We're waiting on a third guy right now to get done. A trophy that requires 3 people. Might not be done. We might not be able to do it tonight, but, we can get it done at some point. But, yeah, that's coming along. And I was also scheduling to do Shift 2 or Shift 1 sometime this week, but Waves didn't follow through with me, so I need to get on his ass to finish that up. But yeah, I want to do Shift 1 multiplayer, and that's more on the DLC side and some of the badges in the base game. But all in all, there's no trophies related to the online in the base game. So that's pretty good. So what do I plan on playing in the upcoming week? My plan is Shift 2, I probably will get 1 or 2 more trophies in that, and then that'll be done until King of the Hill. Shift 1, I would like to get the DLC done and whatever accolades, whatever I need to get done in that, I would like to do that this week. I'd like to finish the Mad Moxie DLC in Borderlands, and then the other arcade trophies in Far Cry 5, Platinum, and 100% quote-unquote Assassin's Creed Odyssey, be done with that. At least finish up the GM list in NBA Live 18. I would like to try to play that game and get the Platinum done faster than I'm going now. Not as fast as possible, but yeah, I would like to kind of work through that and try to get that done as soon as possible. And that's basically Grand Tour on Sunday, so, don't really have anything to worry about there. I think this Sunday we're supposed to boost Battlefront Bespin Sabotage game mode. I believe that's when that's supposed to happen, but I'm not sure, man. I went into that server over the weekend. I don't know if I ranted about this last week. No, I don't think I did, because it happened this weekend. So I went into that server. There's another server that I'm in for this Battlefront, and I was in it for the Walker Assault. I talked about this last week. I got those Walker Assault trophies, and I got the ATST trophy, and just all the bullshit stuff in the base game. I got it done that week. So I'm in the server, and over the weekend, there's a group of people in there. They're in the Star Wars chat, and I'm like, what is going on? And I'm looking through the chat, throughout the week, and it's like, oh, they're just boosting XP. They're just boosting XP. That's no big deal. Boosting XP isn't that big of a deal. You can do it with 4 people. End of the day, it's easy peasy. But then, last week, they're talking about, oh, we're going to do this, and I'm like, what are you guys doing? First of all, you didn't add everyone, so why, that there's people that boosted the game last week. I specifically told them when I left, I was like, yo, let me know when you guys are boosting next. Anything besides XP, I'll hop in. So their goal was, oh, we're going to put off, we're going to do 2 weeks, and then we're going to do the Bespin DLC and everything else. And I was like, okay, that's fine with me. But they were in there doing something last weekend, and they didn't, no one told anyone. I was like, are you guys kidding me? I mean, I didn't join because whatever. If you're going to leave us behind, then I guess that's fine, but yeah, we're supposed to do that Sabotage Bespin DLC this weekend. I didn't really work on this at all this week. I know that Kent and Andrew were talking about doing it this week, but it kind of just kept getting put off, or last week, but it kept getting put off and put off. So possibly this week we might play through that. Not 100% sure. I would like to do some of the HUT contracts and the rest of the base game stuff that can be done, but we'll just have to wait and see. Play it by ear. The other thing down here is well, there's a few things down here. So Chivalry, I am planning on doing that this weekend. So that I should have that platinum this weekend and have a video out, this weekend possibly. And that'll be talked about next Trophy Talk. So we'll get that done. Another two things that I want to talk about down here is, so Leisure Suit Larry and WWE. Now, I didn't have these on my stream list, or I didn't have these on my list of single player games. So if you guys are interested in seeing these, or if you think I should play one of these, I would love to hear that, because I would love to get done both of these. For WWE, I really only have to play one more WrestleMania playthrough, which will take half a night, and then the rest of it, I think, is just cleanup. Like, I have to get to the Hall of Fame and do some cleanup stuff, but I think all in all, it's pretty easy. I just have to play it, right? And then Leisure Suit Larry, that's just like, I played that one night on like 2 weeks ago, and like it was an okay game. I think I said this before. It's an okay game, but it was a little boring. I'm not going to lie. It was a little boring. So I would like to get back to both of those at some point, but we'll just have to wait and see when I get back to them. And I think that's really it. Oh, yes. This weekend as well, we're supposed to boost BioShock 2. So that might get done this weekend. Depends how good the boost goes or how much we boost for. But BioShock 2 is on the plate to do it sometime this week. Probably Saturday during the day. Eastern is what I'm thinking is what we're going to boost for that, because that's what we did before. But that might get done. Not 100% sure. The main goal for that right now is just boosting XP, and then on top of that, we'll do whatever random trophies people have after that. So it's not really that big of a deal. And I think that's about it. I'm scrolling down. I don't see anything else. There's a few other things I want to do that I probably won't get to this week, like boosting the rest of the wins that I have to boost in MotoGP 9, 10, and 10, 11. I would like to do that, but I'll do it. I'll get around to it. Trust me. I should get around to it sooner rather than later, but who knows if I will. But yeah, again, it's been a successful week getting through some single player stuff and doing some stuff that I had like on the super back burner. So it's been pretty nice, but it's slowly coming along, and eventually we'll just get stuff done. We'll get some platinums. We'll have a good time. Finally got all my platinum videos out and started uploading some more guides on YouTube. I would like to get into doing more guides, more trophy guides and collectible guides for stuff. I was having a really hard time with Odyssey because I really wanted to put a guide out for everything. Like, I wanted to put a guide out for all the cultists and everything that I could. But, doing guides for the cultists sucks because some of them are during the main story, some of them are just stupid. So that one I was like, okay, we'll nix that. And then everything else in Odyssey, it was like, it literally holds your hand through the whole thing. You can't miss anything. And I was just like, what the hell is going, like, this is so boring. Like, it's not boring, but it's like, I can't make a guide for anything. It kind of sucks. So I was making guides for some of the stuff in the DLC, and I have a few more things in the DLC that I'll probably make guides for. I think there's maybe one more trophy that I'm going to make a guide for in the DLC. Maybe not even one more. Maybe one of these two, depending on how, or this one, one of these three, or any three of these, the Seeing Red, Surgical Sniper, or Kingmaker, depending how difficult they are, I might, because it looks like, from the looks of it, it looks like this trophy you'll get for beating the story of the DLC, and then this is the one you get for killing all the people. So they're not really tied together. And then the Kingmaker, it looks like it is a rarer trophy than killing all the people. So that'll be interesting. But yeah, maybe a guide for any three of those. I did do guides, like I said, for these three. Even though they're episode 1, 2, and 3, I put them like all in the same playlist because I was like, it's Legacy of the First Place. It doesn't matter if it's episode wise or episodic, like whatever. But yeah, the next DLC is some Atlantis DLC, so, you might see guides for that as well. I've been wanting to do guides for stuff recently, like, for more things that I do, but it's just hard. It's hard between streaming and making guides can be very difficult. Me making how to platinums or multiplayer trophy guides or platinum trophy videos, that stuff's, like, fairly easy. It takes some organization, but it's fairly easy. I just record it, and I get the footage, and then I do the voiceover commentary stuff after the fact. Even though I haven't done any of them in a while, I do have some lined up that I want to do. It's just me finding the time. It's very hard for me to find time to record. That's why I can't even get my platinum videos out right away, between the shit that goes on in my house and streaming all that. They're streaming way more often than I've been streaming, and just playing games here, there, and being in voice chats and Discord and boosting stuff. It's hard for me to find time in between all of that, working a full-time job, on top of all that stuff going on. It's hard for me sometimes to find some time to record a 5-10 minute video, especially something like a How to Platinum can take me upwards of a whole night to record all the commentary, edit everything together, grab all the footage, grab all the pictures and stuff for the trophies and all that stuff. So some of it can take a lot of time to do, but I do enjoy doing it because it is very informative content for people, and I know a lot of people do enjoy it. Another thing I want to mention is I do have some stuff coming up on streaming. I'm trying to do some cool stuff with streaming with sub animations and stuff like that. So hopefully that stuff will pan out. I'm trying to figure out how to do some of that stuff right now. So it's all new to me. I know how to do alerts and stuff like that, but I'm trying to figure out how to do like alerts for people that have what am I thinking about? That have like sub for a certain time or stuff like that. And I'm trying to make it more related to like trophies rather than just being some generic like GIF or something. So I'm trying a little bit more over there, but we'll just have to wait and see how it goes. And that'll be that. I'm trying my best. That's all I'm going to say. I'm trying my best. Anyway, I think that is going to wrap this video up. Not as long as I really anticipated. I know everyone's been shooting for those hour-long videos. I know everyone's been asking for them. I really can't. I mean, I'm going to be honest. The only time I can really just talk for an hour is if I'm ranting about something. And for me to rant about something, I got to be livid about some topic, or it's got to be something that I'm super passionate about. Not saying I'm not passionate about trophies, but talking 30 to 40 minutes just about trophies that you played over the past week sometimes can be a little more difficult than you think it could be. But if anyone has any topics that you'd love for me to talk about, I'll talk about them on these. I can treat it like a mini podcast for myself right now, and then if it turns into anything else, I mean, that'd be pretty cool. But yeah, I can treat it as a mini podcast if people really want. If you really want that. I guess one thing I can talk about real quick is I'm looking forward to the game Sekiro. I believe that's how you pronounce it. It's coming out on Friday, if I'm not mistaken. What is the date then? 22nd? Yes. So Sekiro is coming out on the 22nd. I anticipate on having Assassin's Creed Odyssey done by then. So my main goal when Sekiro comes out is I probably should have mentioned this for my upcoming games, but yeah, I'm probably going to play Sekiro until I get the Platinum. It's kind of going to be like a Bloodborne thing, or I didn't really do it for Dark Souls 3, so I can't say a Dark Souls 3 thing. But yeah, it's probably going to be a Bloodborne thing where I kind of just binge that game when it comes out and hopefully enjoy as much as I can. But we'll just have to wait and see. Like I said, I should have Odyssey done by then, so I might just be using the free time between when I get done Odyssey and when Sekiro comes out to do stuff at NBA Live or just some random stuff, boost some random games here and there. But, we'll have to wait and see, We'll just play it by ear. But like I said, I am super excited for Sekiro coming out on Friday, so I'm ready. I think I'm ready. I know there's going to be some sort of duplication method in that game. It's going to make it super easy. I'm just waiting for it to come out. I'm telling you guys, I'm going to tell you this right now, and I'll just talk about this for a little bit, like 5 minutes or so, if that. I know people want this hour. I'm trying, people, but sometimes it can be hard. It's hard. I need some stuff to talk about. And I'm not going to rant about certain people, so don't ask me for that, okay? I already know people are going to say, oh, just rant about so-and-so. I'm not going to do that, so don't ask for it. Don't ask for it. But anyway, if you know anything about the From Software games, the guys that make Dark Souls, Bloodborne, Demon's Souls, Sekiro now, if you know anything about these guys, you know that within the first few weeks that their games are out, there's usually some sort of duplication method that comes out that makes the game a lot easier than it should be. And I'm not saying to do this to ruin your game experience. If you want to play through and deal with all that, go right ahead. I'll tell you, when Bloodborne came out and there was a duplication method for whatever souls or whatever blood echoes you had, whether it be the smallest one or the largest one, you could duplicate the hell out of that thing for absolutely nothing. And I ended up leveling my character up to like level 400. And when I was doing the Bloodborne DLC a few weeks ago, I was actually doing the DLC on New Game Plus, and I was just breezing right through it. So I'm not saying to do the duplication methods and ruin the game. If you actually want to have some sort of challenge and everything with the game, go right ahead. I'm not going to stop you. But me personally, if a duplication method comes out and I can dupe and get myself up a few higher levels than I really should be when I'm playing stuff, and it makes it just a little bit easier. I already have enough stress in my life, so that can just help me out just that much more, instead of me sitting here wanting to actually physically break my controller. I mean, I'm still going to physically probably want to break my controller playing through that game, but it'll be on a much lower scale and probably won't happen as much. But yeah, if you have any money, then you should go buy Sekiro and get it day one. Because like I said, I guarantee you there's going to be some sort of duplication method, and you're going to be able to just breeze through that game when when it comes out. Obviously, you could just get the game physical and then, depatch it and everything later on. But if you're buying a digital or anything like that, I would highly suggest. I would just highly suggest it in general. It's going to be a great game. I have a feeling it's going to be a great game. From Software has never put out a game that isn't good, so it's going to be a good game. But anyway, I think that's going to wrap this up. I've been going for like a half an hour or a little bit over that. I had to take a pause in between because there was something going on downstairs, and I had to go whoop some ass, if you know what I'm talking about. But anyway, I hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you did, be sure to give it a like. If you want me to talk about anything, like I said, I don't have a problem talking about any topics or anything like that. So if you want to leave them down in the comments below, I'll go through those, and if I see something that's interesting, I'll definitely talk about it in the next, I guess you could call these episodes, the next episode next week. But yeah, like I said, there's all types of links down in the description below. You'll find links to, all the platinum trophies that I've got over the years. Those are great if you want to go watch, just see how I've kind of progressed through games and stuff like that. Recently, I've been getting some pretty good platinums, I guess you could say, but I'm pulling up on the 100 video mark in that playlist. I've gotten more than 100 platinums throughout my time on YouTube, and they're all in that playlist. Well, most of them are in that playlist, but I'm pulling up on 100 videos in that playlist, so that's pretty cool. Pretty cool milestone there. There's links to my Twitter if you want to go follow me there. There's links to my Twitch. There's links to this page right here if you want to go check out my profile and you want to go check out any of these cool stats and shit that they have on here that no one really ever looks at. You want to go look at that stuff? Be my guest. Look, I don't even earn trophies at 8 a.m. I've earned 14 trophies at 8 a.m. Who would have guessed? But yeah, if you want to go look at any of this stuff, there's a link to that down in the description below as well. Like I said, leave any questions or comments down in the comments below. Let me know what you guys have been playing, what you're looking forward to. You looking forward to Sekiro? What games you've been boosting multiplayer for, if any at all? Let me know all that stuff down below. Love reading that every single week. Like I said, if you did enjoy the video, be sure to leave a like. If you've made it this far and you haven't subscribed, consider subscribing for more trophy content like this. And I hope to see you all around sometime soon.